Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Last time on What If Deku is a Gen 1 Esper. As soon as Professor X left the hallway, left Jean alone with Izuku, immediately it turned out it was Loki the whole time. As he took command of wired him with magic, manipulated him to control him for a certain degree, as he planned to use him to kill his brother and anyone else. As before he confronted his brother, he placed a good amount of magical, basically a form of that. Sorry, if it, pretty much a magical bomb that was placed in Izuku by a high intensity of mana, as it was unstable, as for insurance. As after Izuku battled the Avengers, as he was finally brought down by an enchantress, as she immediately began erasing his mind completely and reverting him back to a younger age using her time magic. As she left to her dimension, as she speed up time in her dimension that she created. A little faster than Earth. When Izuki got a certain age, she was going to stop. She was going to stop time and revert it back to Earth's normal time. The same how time passes on, on Earth. After all, she's in a pocket dimension, so she has full control, and with time magic, that would probably be an easy feat for her to do. For the years he was growing up with the Enchantress, as he noticed this place he's at, as he would find cracks occasionally. As Ezekiel finally caught on that this was an illusion. As he played along for a little bit, as the day that he finally confronted his mother about this place, as that's when the day when Doctor Fate, I think it's Doctor Fate, I'm not totally sure. Doctor Strange, sorry, Doctor Strange and Thor comes to ask for her help, but in hindsight, she found out that they really just wanted Izuku's help. With his abilities, it would be helpful to bring down this new threat that came across them. All for one. As Izuku met the rest of the Avengers, as he made some, unflattering comments, as Izuku did get some looks, as yeah, he's not shy to say what's on his mind. So he doesn't have a filter. He just doesn't care, and his cocky demeanor doesn't help his situation. So yeah, as Izuku did finally meet the walking advertisement, the walking ad, the almighty All Might. As Izuku did call him a tool after being scolded by his mother about him, being him. As we'll start our episode off where we cut it off, where everyone's gathering around the table as Stark has some holograms, images of these creatures. Tony gets up. These things are designated as Nomu. After we did some intense investigation and interrogation on one of the villains that were in the area of these creatures, we got enough intel to know who the name of this organization. Believe the villain called it the League of Villains. According to the report of the autopsy of the creature, these things are not human at all. At some point they were, but it would explain why the reports have been going off about mass disappearances. Many reports of grave robbers still in the corpse in cemeteries all around the world. This is why we brought All Might in. He has the most experience with this villain. As All Might takes over, his name is All for One. I've sorry. He has been my foe for very long, but he dates me. He was my master's original foe. As he goes off on Nana Shimura's backstory and his, not explaining his quirk to anything like that, but as his quirk is able to take abilities, take quirks, and give them out according to what all our intel on them, on All for One so far. I won't lie to you people. He definitely has hundreds, if not thousands, of quirks. He's very dangerous. If Cap finally speaks up, I agree with All Might. There's no way I'm going to underestimate this League of Villains. They share too many traits with Hydra. His mother notices Izuku's face get as he's visibly pissed off. As Antai's like, oh shit. As Antai has to take control. As Intentions, what's going on? He pressed Hydra button. We're lucky that I got control as fast as I did. Don't think he would have left anyone alive in his room. So everyone's looking at Izuku as Antai's like, what? Fine, yes, I was once an agent of Hydra, and I did, kill a lot of people in the name of Hydra. And other minor crimes, but relax. I'm one of the good guys now. If a villain deemed too dangerous to be left alive, then I'm always willing to help. As as Anti has a bright smile, as everyone's, disturbed. As All Might brought up, and what was the kid? Like, met him earlier, why is he here? What type of ability is that a quirk? Does he have a, what type of power does he have? Is he a mutant? Is he alien? Maybe maybe he has a quirk? What is your power, young man? As All Might, brought up the question. Don't you ever compare to my power to something like a quirk. They're not even on the same level. But I'll give you what type of power I have. I'll tell you what it is. You'll probably, that egghead over there, that buckethead, will probably rant about it, how I'm dangerous. I'm going to slaughter everyone, destroy the world. Maybe. Maybe if I get in a bad mood. Maybe someone pushes me too far. Isn't that right, Mr. Stark? As Anti don't like Tony at all. It's but for your question. In the words of Izuku, the walking advertisement. The tool. My power is telekinesis. To extreme degree. As as Anti goes back, as Izuku takes back to back back control. Ooh, that almost went wrong. As everyone's confused. Oh, if you're talking to Anti, he's asleep now. So whatever he was talking about, I really don't care. So I'm gonna go sit back down and listen to your little briefing. It sounds very interesting, by the way. As Izuki sits back down with Enchantress, as Tony continued his little briefing. As Widow's on her computer on the opposite side of Izuku, of his mother, as hey lady, as name's Natasha, I think her name is Natalia. Let me give me a second, guys. As she tells Izuku, it's Natasha. As well, Miss Natasha. Um, what's that? As he points out, oh, that's a laptop. She's like, can you can you see anywhere on that nifty little thing you got there? She does. It's on satellite dish, spying. As Izuku give her a couple of coordinates. He gave her a brief description what he's looking for. As he found, a volcano, erupting. As Izuku asks what state and what country. As he gets all the information. As he gets several different areas around the world. As Izuku smiles, as Natasha's like, "What is Why do you want to know all these places?" Just out of curiosity. No, no reason. Thanks for the help, Natasha. Ooh, today's gonna be fun. This Natasha's not putting it two together, as she doesn't know what Izuku's planning. Cut to Izuku's minor dialogue. Knowing these goody two shoes, they'll give me somewhere small, out of the way. Whatever these Nomu is, they most likely have factories. So they're mostly keeping me away from the factories. And placing me somewhere out of the way. Maybe some, these League of Villains hideout. Something like that. That would be perfect. It's very easy to figure out what they're planning. Far too predictable. Don't you agree, Anti? As Anti's like, they call me the evil one. Shut up, I don't want to hear it. I'm working. This will work nicely. Now we just got to play our part in this, play our role. Then we have some real fun. Alright, everyone. As Captain America gets to a hologram of the city, these are the 3 points. These are the 4 things we need to hit. The 3 over here is the factories. Supposed factories, at least. That's what the intel suggests. And their headquarter branch in America. We're all going to separate it in small pause. There's 3 Nomu factories, and there's the headquarters. So there's technically 4 spots they need to hit. If I did not say that, I wasn't totally sure. But let's continue on. As Captain America, Izuku, I have a mission for you. I want you to hit their headquarters. Now, I'm not. Now, I'm not denying your capabilities, young man. I'm just not sure how you would be. How would you react, considering your experience with this sort of thing? As Izuku nods, very well, Cap. I'll play ball. I'll take the base. Probably my dear old mom probably agree with you on that, at least. Considering their methods, most likely, are pretty twisted. So, yeah, I think I'll pass on the horror show. Thank you. I'll take care of the little goons. I made a little bit tweak to his teleportation. Now Ezekiel either if he has to physically see it or at least see what it looks like. Like it doesn't work through a picture, like a painting picture, a painting, but it works through monitors as yeah. He just has to see the area and know where it is and some minor detail, but he pretty much yeah enough knowledge he could teleport anywhere, but he He's going to have to learn all that, where's it at and the location and all that fun stuff. So that's how that's going to work. Also, during this time, he did upgrade his ability with his telekinesis. So I'm giving him this. So I'm not gonna give him like a stream version of this, but he could do Izuku at this point. He could use his telekinesis to control a creature's body. He can't do a human just yet, but he could do animals, control their body, and he practiced with that quite a bit. That's more of Izuku's thing than Anti. Anti doesn't like doing that. As Anti didn't know why Izuku was training that ability that way, for that reason. But Anti know that Izuku had something vicious planned for some reason. He's doing something for. There's always a purpose for everything Izuku does. Anti has figured out pretty. He's figured that out pretty fast. Enchantress calls over her son. Before you leave, what are you planning? As she whispers in Izuku's ear, as Izuku's like, I'm not planning anything, Mom. I'm exactly where I want to be. I'll let you guys take care of the horror show factories, and I'll deal with this little headquarters. After all, you always told me if you want to hurt a villain, truly hurt him where it counts, the pocketbook. So this is what I'm going to do, Mom. I'm going to send him a message. As the Enchantress smiles, as she's she's glad that Izuku's been listening to her lectures. As she's like, have fun, Izuku. Just don't go overboard. Me go overboard? I wouldn't dare, Mother. As he twists his knife in the air as he catches it. As he disappears. As he teleported. As he reappears on the building, right across from their little headquarters, as Izuku's staring downwards, tossing his little knife, tossing his knife around. We cut back to the Avenger headquarters as they're still getting ready to begin the operation. As Tony is still yapping on about Izuku, as he's like, "Are we sure that thing is under control?" As the Enchantress like, "Excuse me, human? That's my son you're talking about. Thing's not a son; it's a weapon." I don't know why you people just don't get it. He's an esper. Espers are espers are freaking worse than anything we have currently in the world. They make mutants look like kittens. As he said the same line over again, he's used that line before. I suggest you do a little homework. Espers were such a threat that they had to be eliminated. And your dear little boy is no different. He's a time bomb waiting to happen, lady. Can't believe I'm having this conversation with a freaking villain. As Enchantress X villain, thank you. Whatever. You'll go back to your old ways, you always do. And we'll bring you down the same. We'll actually have a reason to take that kid down. As Tony goes flying across the room, as everyone looks at All Might, as he punches, as they notice All Might straight up knocked Tony right in the side of the face, as All Might's pissed. You people really discussing this. Now, we have a villain that needs to be put down. And doesn't matter what abilities the boy have. He could be a mutant, someone with a quirk, or an esper. Your power doesn't define you. It's who you define yourself, not your ability. That's what you people don't understand. Given Japan's not the best place for that mindset, but it's slowly changing. I suggest you get with the times, because the world's evolving to heading to a new direction. Don't get me wrong. When I first lays on that eyes on that boy, I know he was a killer. He's taken lives. But judging by what I've learned to hear from today, it wasn't his fault. Miss Enchantress, are you truly, trying to make your life better, trying to redeem yourself? As Enchantress, yes, that's what I've been doing. Stuff that came from me recently, I don't need their approval. I have no intention of going back to my old ways, as long as my son isn't harmed in any way. Because if he is, you know what I can do. I might not be as powerful as Galactus or Thanos, but I'm nowhere weak. Anyone that hurts my boy dies. Just want to make myself clear. It's the only reason why I'm entertaining this idea of helping you. I'm only doing it because my son wants to stretch his legs out. Have some fun. As long as my son has his fun, burn some steam off, then we're good. Was serious what I said, Thor. I'm done trying to appease you. I'm done with you and your brother. The only person I care about at the moment is my son and him alone. So this is probably the last time we'll be seeing each other. As we have to cut back to Izuku, unfortunately, over that drama. As you know. As Izuku's still on the building, as he's looking at the defenses of this place. 4 guys on top, snipers most likely for lookout. About 3 or 4 people patrolling the area, undercover, of course. That would look suspicious. Don't you agree, Anti? Yeah, that would definitely be suspicious. So how do you think we should approach this? Loud, quiet? Anti, I have a solution to this problem. As he goes in his pockets, as he pulls out some coins. You want to play our favorite game? As Anti's definitely. As Izuku has coins floating in the air using telekinesis. Alright, you know the rules. First one to get a headshot wins. But what if we if we both get a headshot? Izuku. What we do always do, sudden death. As Izuku has a bright smile, as you wanna go first, Anti? With pleasure. As Anti takes control, as Izuku's eyes start to glow bright green. As Anti stretch, I haven't been out in a while. What do we have here? 2 sheep. Perfect. Gotta say, Izuku, you're clever. You're clever, I give you that. In a twisted kind of way. But you made one fatal mistake. You shouldn't have let me go first, because you're definitely going to lose. As he throws the coin, as one of the guards on the tower, or on the building, on top of the building of the little base they got going on over there, as he falls to the ground, as the coin goes through his head, as it returns back to Anti, all bloody. As Anti uses telekinesis to flip the coin, as blood splatters everywhere, as the coin's all clean. I'm changing the rules, Izuku. It's whoever gets the most kills. That's a lot more entertaining that way. Don't you agree? Very well, Anti. I'll have your. You can have it your way. All right, You're up, Izuku. Let's see what you got. I, uh, I know you're never. I sent Brainies up, but I know you won't be able to do it. I bet you won't be able to get 2 kills in a row. Giving me a challenge, are we now? Can't help it. I gotta keep on your toes. Izuku and Anti make a little game of this, of who could get the most kills, as he periodically would switch between personalities, as they would take turns killing people, the villains. As it's pretty dark out at night, as Izuku attacked during the nighttime. He's not stupid. As he finally breaks in, as you see the scene outside, as everyone's on the ground, bodies are torn apart, wall is like painted in blood. As you have, one of the League of Villain members gargling as he finally, passes away. As all the man could see before his death are the flashes of Izuku going through them like butter. As saw in his friend being his head, explode from Izuku using his telekinesis, exploding the dude's skull. Yeah, Izuku wasn't nice about it. All you would hear all around their headquarters gunfire as it comes quiet. As secondly, you hear huge amounts of screams being heard as someone's torturing someone in there. Well, damn, Anti. Tie. Damn it. Well, our job is pretty much done. We just have to find the little leader that runs this little place. As Izuku, stays in control. As Izuku's like, Anti, our little game is over. Now it's time to just sit back and watch the show. You're about to find out what I've been planning with all those nifty little tricks I've been making up for my esper ability. Very well, Ezekiel, I'll let you have your fun. I can't believe people think I'm the bad one. Ezekiel has something twisted in mind for these people. As Ezekiel rips the door off it hinges, as he throws it behind him, uses telekinesis as it slams into a wall. As he's in a room, as he had guns pointed at him. Whoa, 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 people. Guys, relax. Why the hostility? It's not like I massacred your friends or anything. You little shit, you're gonna die. You had a lot of gold attacking the League of Villains. Ah, definitely. Thank God. I mean, it would be really embarrassing if I, slaughtered the wrong group. You know, what would my mother think? There's a lot more of you than I originally planned for, but hell, more the merrier. I always like that phrase. I like a phrase kid too. I like a phrase kid. Oh, sorry. I like a phrase too, kid. Die. Dude, that's not a saying. That's shut up, man. Just kill the kid. There's a dumb telekinesis. I'm shielding Izuku as all the men could see the League of Villains see a glowing green dome over Izuku, covering him. As it's see-through, as Izuku's, just waving at him. As the bullets hit the telekinesis shield, as the bullets hit the ground, as finally they ran out of bullets. Now, boys, tell me where your glorious leader is. As the guy is pretty much, as Izuku sees a knife get thrown right at him. As he uses telekinesis as he stops it. as it shoots back at the guy as it pierces the guy's skull, killing him on the spot. Rude, I was talking. Don't interrupt me, monkey. I know. Literally, he is a monkey guy, guys. Don't look at me like that. He had a monkey cork. He's a monkey. Man, you villains are so sensitive nowadays. In the hindsight, my bad. I mean, yeah, throwing a knife at a person with a monkey cork was probably not the best move, but, well, can't change it now. But what am I thinking? You lackeys won't know where your boss is. But I believe someone as powerful as your boss, I figured you would have, some way to keep eyeing you lot. After all, you can't trust the grunts. All for one, I know you're listening. Listen good. As you see All for One in a dark room, as he sees through he has a quirk where he can see through his men that he marked. As there's several of the men on America branch, as All for One's in Japan right now. He can't up and travel when he wants to, but he's watching this. Really don't know who you are or what you did to get the goody two shoes to knocking on my door. Hindsight, they were using the excuse to ask from my mother for help, but really, they wanted my help. When when you ask someone like me my help, you know there's going to be a body count. But we'll not go into my backstory. For now, you'll probably dig into it. You lot seem to be the snake type. What, you mean like Hydra? As the man's skull explodes. I would refrain from using that word if I were you lot. You'll live longer. Now, all for one. I know you have your little, revenge story going on with that walking advertisement. Oh might, oh great all might. Goddamn guy's a tool, but we'll not get into that. Normally, I wouldn't really, give a crap about any of this. I really don't. But it gives me a good time to stretch my legs out of, good old mother's supervision. If we're getting off topic again, my apologies. I'm not being proper, not behaving proper. My bad. Now, the reason why I'm here, this is more of a warning on my part. A message to you. All for one. I'm coming for you. And when I do, I'm going to kill you. That's a given. But I decided to make it a lot more fun. See, my mom has always told me if I truly want to hurt a villain, truly hurt him, make it personal. Target the ones that are important to him. Destroy all his factories. Whatever he's running, that hey, he put money into it. I'm going to dismantle your organization. I take it you have several, branches in all around the world. Considering what I've seen of these Nomu you seem to be quite fond of. And I wonder who came up with that idea. But no matter. I'll find out on a later date, and I'll pay him or her or them a visit. And trust me, you don't want that. Now, sit back, relax, chill, whatever you like to do. Spend time with the missus. Spend time with your whatever offspring you birth from whatever hole you came out of. And enjoy me dismantling your little organization, your league of villains. I'll make it a personal mission of mine to make your life a living hell. Because, well, pretty much it amuses me. Now, time to get going, guys. Uh, what do you mean by that? As Ezekiel teleports everyone out of the room, as you know, they're above the ocean. As Ezekiel sees, a cruise ship sinking. Nice, a twofer. Now this has got a lot more interesting. All right, this is how this is gonna work. Wait, we should always appreciate, you know, being outdoors. It's a lovely thing to be in. Just close your eyes, everyone. Close your eyes. And if you peek, well, you know what happened to you. You just have to remember your friends, kind of killed. So close your eyes. Just enjoy the cold breeze air, the clear sky. Now open them. Look down. This is the marvel right here. You can't truly know a person until you are in a situation of life and death. Humans tend to show their true colors when their life is in jeopardy. Don't you agree, all for one? I wonder what type of person you will be when you breathe your last breath. But that's but we'll do that on a later date. Now for you guys. Sadly, you're all gonna die. This is nothing personal. I'm just showing him, sending a message to your boss that he's on borrowed time. I don't know what I have to do. No matter where he goes, I'll find him and destroy his organization all over again. Every time he tries to recruit, tries to rebuild, I'll make a personal mission to destroy it until there's nothing left. Till he has no way to continue his crusade, whatever that crusade may be. I really don't care. I've been cooped up for far too long. And Anti wants to say hello as well. So, Anti, I will allow you have one of them. What do you mean by that, kid? Nothing. Who the hell is Anti? Oh, Anti. Well, before we have before Anti has his fun, I guess we could go into a brief, summary of my old life, I guess. You see, well, Anti was the byproduct of seeing some fucked up shit. End of explanation. Time to die. As Izuku, as Karma, not Karma, almost a Karma. Oh, damn, Anti. Don't know why I want to call him Karma. I don't know why. It's a habit. Anti and Karma, whatever. Anti takes control as he lunged at the guy, as he's slowly crushing his bones, slowly. As Anti screaming. Well, he's screaming and as he has a smile the whole time. As Anti has a very vicious look in his face. As blood begins to splatter everywhere, as everyone's quiet. As Ezekiel has them all stuck in place in the middle of the air in his telekinesis. As Ezekiel takes control. As he rips off the dude's clean clothing. As he wipes his face off. Damn it, Anti. No class. Sorry about that. That was uncalled for. As Anti is, bitching at Ezekiel, as Ezekiel's not listening. As, my apologies. Don't worry, you won't be seeing his light again. Well, except for you all for one. You'll be seeing him again one day. Disappear as they reappear above the people trying to swim away from the sinking cruise ship as there's sharks in the water. As they reappear above them, pretty high up. Not high enough to kill them, just by the fall alone, but enough it's gonna hurt. As when I was growing up, when my mother would tell me about a thing called fishing. I mean, they had their version, being on a different dimension and all, but I want to try the real thing. So that's what we're gonna do. As I'm gonna go fishing. As the League of members, they're not anyone important. They're just fodder. All for One's main branch is in Japan, so that's how I'm working this. So he has, branches all around the world. He has a couple branches in America, but this is the main branch. As Izuku moves the guy with telekinesis as he aims him, the right spot. Nah, right there. Oh, I totally forgot. I need to prep the bait. As Izuku stabs him in the side. As he pulls out the knife. As he drops him. As Izuku watches him drop down as he hits the water. As the blood starts circulating through the seawater, as that attracts the sharks. As the sharks, begin to, circle around this guy. As one shark, was about to bite him. As one of the crew members, one of the passengers jumped in front of it as the lady got eaten. As, damn it. Fine, I guess we're going to do it this way then. Well, this is actually a lot more fun, actually. As the guy's like, this kid's twisted. As Izuku takes control of a shark, as the shark returns as it circles around the guy. As he puppets, he basically uses the shark as a puppet. As he makes the shark bite down on nicking the guy on the on the side. As you see this for a few minutes, as Izuku's playing with the guy, as he's having the shark nip him, but not a kill bite, not a kill shot. As suddenly the shark jumps out of the water as he falls down, chomps on the mat, as Izuku releases control. Well, I gotta say, I like fishing. And someone goes, what type of fishing do you think you were having? This is not fishing. As Izuku teleports them as they're above a volcano. As they're able to look down. Izuku gave them that much control. They could move around their head, but rest of their body, they can't move shit. As they look at the lava bubbling down, as they can feel the heat from there. They're pretty high up, but they can feel the heat. You see, All for One, you're not dealing with the Avengers. You're not dealing with heroes. You're dealing with me. Name's Izuku. Pleasure to meet you. Now, you're pretty much fucked. Yeah, you're pretty much dead. That's going to happen. And I'm going to make it happen. Because I have been having enjoying myself torturing your people. It's been a blast, really. But we have to move things along. And you, my friend, are the unlucky contestant on our little game show here. What? You're twisted, kid. Oh, yeah, I know. And there's, my mom's smart to keep me, contained. Because, I don't know what I'll do. I'm curious. Will you die instantly once you make a dive? Or will it be a slow death? We're about to find out. See you around, loser. as he drops the guy as he falls into the lava. As he falls in the lava, feet first. As I believe that would be kind of, painful. As the man screams as he finally, gets melted down into the lava as he has to sink somewhere. Ooh, that's definitely unpleasant. Now, well, there's a lot more of you. Oh, damn it. Let's see, what can we do to make your life a living hell? You know what? I only need, two of you. So as Izuki drops the whole lot in the volcano. Ah, now, better numbers. Sorry about that. You are the unlucky two that get to survive. For a few minutes at least. We have to get the show on the road. As they disappear, as they're in the forest above a sand pit of sorry. As Izuki drops the man in a pit of quicksand, as the man's trying to struggle, as he's sinking a lot more faster. The more you struggle, the more you sink. When you're in quicksand, as if he was smart, he would use his surroundings to get out, but the dude's panicking. As Izuki's sitting there, smiling, staring down at it, the man's struggling. Don't get me wrong, all for one. I do appreciate their hero's job and what they do. But there's one mistake they overlook every time. They do not finish off the villains that are too much of a threat, like you, all for one. This is because of whatever hero, wherever you originate from, it's their problem. They should have put you in the ground a long time ago. I'm going to correct that mistake. This is what happens. This is the byproduct of what happens when the heroes don't do what's necessary for the general population. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm not all right. After all, anyone that works with Hydra is not all right in the head. Oops. I probably shouldn't have said that. But oh no. It would be fun to see how you could try to swing this to make it into a positive for yourself. I'm curious what you would do with such information. I do enjoy our time, all for one. I truly do. But it's getting late. I've been gone for a good amount of time. Knowing those heroes and all, they'll be worried. So I'm gonna cut this short. I'll be seeing you, hopefully soon. As Izuku kills the last member of his little league of villains, as the man's head explodes, as some blood, spatter on Izuku's cheek. It's always messy when I use that. Izuku disappears as he reappears at the Avenger headquarters, as they're still not back. As Black Widow is stuck with doing the one part of the mission that she's good at, keeping an eye out as Widow's the eyes and ears, directing the team where the factory's at, and telling them if they're about to get more intruders or more villains are heading their way. And she's pretty much doing that at the base. You're back later than you're supposed to, Izuku. Ms. Natasha. Sorry about that. Is it taken care of? Yeah, it's taken care of. Did you kill them all? Me? Kill them? I wouldn't dare. You could drop the bullshit, kid. I'm not going to condone your actions, but I understand. As Ezekiel, his eyebrow peaked as he's like, please illuminate, Miss Natasha. As Ezekiel sits down on the table across from her. I too was trained and brainwashed into being a killer, a hired gun, assassin. And I did spend on some unfortunately time with Hydra, and I understand somewhat where you're dealing with, Izuku. But you need to break those habits. If you do not break them, then you'll never be out of Hydra's control. Miss Natalia, I'm gonna let that slide. Please refrain from using that name and that group's name in front of me. Please, I would appreciate it. As Natasha, she nods and noted. As they get back to their discussion. It's not like I enjoy killing, Miss Natasha. It's just I'm so damn good at it. It's it's weird. I just do it on reflex. Even when I'm not trying to kill someone, they end up dying anyways. I mean, it's weird. It's I just click. Something clicks in me in the midst of battle. My body moves on its own. It's probably the byproduct of whatever project I was involved in at the Snake Tribe. He calls them the Snake Tribe. Out of all of your little Avengers group, you're the only one that I respect. You didn't try to talk down to me or accuse me of being, a monster. Apparently, I guess people would see that from the of the other side of things. And I'm fully aware of my original antics in the Snake Tribe's control, and with some guy named Stryker. But Anti refuses to tell me anything about the Xavier Institute, the X-Men, I believe. He refuses to tell me anything about that. I really don't know why. He's being too immature about it. It's frustrating. As Natasha, what is it about this anti thing? I know that's part of your code name. Oh, anti? I remember anti always being there. I really don't know, like, when he originally appeared. Probably sometime afterward, where my mother, basically restarted me. Erase memories and all that. Magic. Wish I could use it. I've always wanted to try it out, but I can only sense it. But for your question, he's always been there. Mother tried to get rid of him, but she could never find a way to do it. As everyone she talked to said, it's anti is technically a part of me. I am anti and he's Izuku. It's weird. We just have to. It's pretty much like a separate entity on its own. I really don't know. I really don't know about the science about it. Before you ask, there was no collateral damage with the League of Villains base. All villains were eliminated. Fair fashion. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should try. Less killing? That would probably stop you guys from bugging my mom, at least. She doesn't need to stress. As you know, the Avengers walk in as they see Ezekiel talking to Natasha. As you know, Stark is suspicious of that. He's suspicious of anything that Ezekiel does. If he was drinking, a cup of coffee, he'll think he's plotting something devious. Because he's all about, I don't trust Ezekiel type of ship he's riding on. I hear you, Ezekiel. Enchantress walks up to her son. So, did you have fun? Oh, definitely, Mom. I actually went fishing. As everyone's like, what? Fishing? As they're confused, like, why did he say fishing and why doesn't sound right? Like, Stark's all about, like, what did he do while he was away? Ezekiel sees All Might as he walks up to the advertisement. And it's like, All Might, can I have a word with you? Sure, young Ezekiel. What can I do for you, young man? I want in. I want in. What do you want in for? What are you talking about? I want to help you, All Might. I want you to help me bring down this All for One fellow. How do I go about that? As All Might, what? You want to be a hero? Yes, a hero. I want to be one of those. But there's a side problem about that, All Might. I'm kind of, killy. I, you know, I kind of enjoy killing. I mean, and I do it without even thinking about it. So, that's going to be a bit of a problem. But I'm willing to, not kill as much. I'm definitely not going to stop killing. That's not going to happen. But I'm willing to compromise. To only kill on the last resort. So, how do I go about that? Figuring, he would target you eventually. It's only logical. If you ever decide to go back wherever he came from, I just want to help. And that's all. But honestly, All Might, he reminds me of Hydra. As he says Hydra in a deep, vicious tone. I normally don't like using their name, but this fits the situation. They're too much alike. They need to be brought down and brought down fast. You can't allow this organization to fester. They could potentially become a bigger, more twisted Hydra in the future. If they're willing to go this far, kidnapping people off the street, massive graves being robbed, as only that is missing is the people and that inside the graves. And I don't know what the process they make for these nomus. I still haven't seen one, so I can't really judge on it at the moment. But if they're able to create, creatures like that and make them battle, there's a war coming, All Might. And a esper would come in handy. Give me a moment, young man. I have to make a call. As All Might leaves the room, as it's been about 20 minutes, as he finally, comes back in, as he sighs, as that man's always talkative. As he was talking to Charles, almost suckered me into playing chess and drinking tea. No, I'm good on that. I already get enough of that back at UA with Nezu. As Izuki was talking to his mother, we're waiting for All Might to get done with his phone call. As, are you sure you want to do this, Izuku? Yes, I do, Mother. Maybe this would be a good experience for me, socialize with, non-illusions and all that. And I'm not mad. It's an interesting way to go about it, but hey, We're both learning. And I know that I'm only, part of me just wants to, do my own thing and all that. But my affection towards you is not fake. If 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 anyone hurt you, I would burn this world to the ground, finding the ones responsible and viciously killing them slowly. That would be the most best option. And hopefully, whatever happens, this helps me with my, not killing like as much, not completely. I made all my know that I have no intention of, stop killing. If there's a villain, needs to be put down, I'm gonna put him down. But on that, trying to, improve on myself. Try this hero thing and see where this leads me. I find it very interesting. And most importantly, I just want to make you proud, Mother. That's all. And she ruffles his hair. You don't have to try. You always make me proud, Izuku. But I'm gonna give you any advice. The last advice I'll give you before we have to part ways, Izuku. Don't trust the quiet ones, especially girls. Yeah, you stay away from them. Izuku sighs, seriously. You're far too young to be dealing with that sort of thing. You should stay away from them. They're a lot more devious than they let on. Fine, Mom, I'll stay away from the girls, I guess. As All Might comes in, oh, finally, the advertisement's back. If you're trying to be a hero, you probably should be a little nicer. Fine, it's a kind of work in process, Mom. I'm trying to be nice. That's a strange word coming out my lips. Nice. Oh my. So, do you have my answer? Yes, I have your answer, young Izuku. Now, we're going to do a trial run. Trial run. Exactly. Professor X has graciously agreed upon placing you in his little Academy of the Gifted. Do a trial run for a few years, and if you do well under his tutelage, then we'll talk about the process of you applying to UA. But you have to survive the Xavier Institute first. And Professor X will report me on your progress monthly. And I'll occasionally come to visit to see how your progress goes. See if you haven't killed your whole class. It looks like Izuku. What? I wouldn't kill the whole class. I mean, maybe a few of them that pissed me off, but not the whole class. I'm not a monster. As, yeah, everyone's not buying that bullshit, as we're gonna cut the episode off here. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.